bottom sniper. You ain't never run off with a hustle in your life, I'm from 1800, I'm a hot boy, but on ice stuff. Ugly corner where we smile with you and we don't like you. Just hopped off the plane, just got out about a day ago. Everybody love me when they see me, they be like, there you go. Got me a new name, about to take a trip to Mexico. Cracker took my 40, so I'm about to go buy a Draco.
What's going on, man?
You already know what it is, man. David Blue at Sweet 328, man. We don't make noise, we make music. You feel me? We in here, man. Get it in with my dog Dre Wine. We still have a session in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Good with you, man. Big brother, baby Wine. Man, you already know it, man.
Hell yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you really got started in the whole music industry.
Man, I got started like years ago. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got passion for something. You know what I'm saying? I listened to music as a little kid, from anything from rock and roll to listen to country with my mama sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Then eventually I stumbled upon like poetry, you know what I'm saying? Rap, I listened to a lot of spoken word, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of DMX, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Pac. And eventually, you know what I'm saying, started writing myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Went from writing to going to like we used to go to the Ozone House it was like every third Thursday or something like that. It was like the third Sunday, one of the days of the week, you know what I'm saying? We go to the Ozone House and everybody would just rap, sing, do poetry or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I started going to that with my dog Classic. But at the time, everybody was going to, like, I remember Scylla, I seen Scylla up there back in the day, you know, everybody from Willow Run, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All stepped in there. Everybody was in there, you feel me? Classic was going crazy every time he could. You know, so I went up there and rapped a couple things, but I was just kind of starting, you know what I'm saying, coming out, putting my shit out, you feel me?
Right.
So eventually, like, you know what I'm saying, I was a DJ at the skating rink, you know what I'm saying, messing with a couple people, you know what I'm saying, me and Hirsch was up there every weekend, get it in, and my homeboys had a group called Cash Base, you know what I'm saying, and I kind of just entered Cash Base, you feel me, as the DJ, and eventually, you know what I'm saying, I started writing, you know what I'm saying, songs for a couple people, do hooks and shit, singing. Then I just started doing it myself, you know what I'm saying? And it all started like, cause you know back in the day I always had a little a mic set up at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Once I started rapping I had the mic set up. Then, you know what I'm saying, a couple things that happened, I ended up moving in with my brother, you know what I'm saying, in the basement. And then I built a studio in the basement, you feel me? That's where I started really with Classic, you know what I'm saying? Perfecting engineering like on bro vocals, on my vocals, you know what I'm saying? Redoing other people's songs, remixing and whatnot, just trying to perfect the craft, not necessarily just make music to put out, but to just have something to engineer, something to practice on, you know? And I built a small little booth in the corner, little ass window, you know what I'm saying? Had the little ass speakers. They weren't even matching, you know what I'm saying? It didn't
Right.
matter, I'm trying to learn Pro Tools, you feel me?
Yeah, hell
Got
yeah.
Pro Tools, built my first studio computer with my brother, and got it popping, though. I was in it for like a year and a half, cranking, you know what I'm saying? I started charging people like $20 an hour, you know what I'm saying? My first play was a little 20-hour block, you know what I'm saying? I sold it for like 400. Went crazy with bro. You know what I'm saying? Went crazy with bro for a minute. And just kept on cranking from there, you feel me? Eventually I had to grab a spot on Michigan Ave, across from Kroger.
Yeah.
Out here in Ypsi and shit. It was like 1828 or something. It used to be Lost and Found Tattoos, man. We renovated the whole thing, you feel me? I had a one studio in that thing, but we was cranking out of it. I'm talking about going crazy. Flawless was in there every day making beats, you know what I'm saying? Working with my dog Gino, working with Brooks, working with Stud, working with AR, working with everybody in there. You know, we was going crazy, the whole fam. And then, of course, we had 100 at the time. We was going crazy. That's when we really started 100, you know what I'm saying? On the app. Me, Dash, Fry, Hirsch, Classic, everybody. Like, it was 100 of us. That's why we thought 100, you feel me?
Yeah.
But, you know, we was deep. And then, you know, we went from the Ave to, you know, when I moved out of the studio on the Ave, I moved my studio to the crib to try to condense, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So I condensed it and tried to tighten up my craft, tighten up my game, my business game, you know?
Right.
Went to Lansing. I had a couple business ventures in Lansing, Michigan that popped off. They did their thing or whatever, but eventually I had to come out here and grab this spot where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? 239 South Fort Boulevard, you know what I'm saying? Sweet 328.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? We in the first studio right here that I built in the building. You know what I'm saying? This was the beginning. You feel me? This what popped it all off over here in this spot. You know what I'm saying? In a minute, you know, we go upstairs. I'll show you some studios.
Yeah. Just before we hit the tour, though, you know, who are some of the bigger names that you work with, you know, that you really feel like deserve some recognition?
Man.
Like, who's your favorites?
My favorites, cuz, I can't even put my favorites in there because my favorites is going to be my fam, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, one of the biggest names from out here, in my opinion, is my brother Flawless.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Ain't nobody, I think my boy, like, him and the Olympics together, they kicked down doors, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
They really kicked down doors and stayed here and brought that shit back, you feel me? They've been bringing shit back for years, you know what I'm saying? And now, of course, you know what I'm saying? My brother Dash getting it in. He been putting in a lot of work. His sound is nice, you feel me?
Hell yeah.
And he you know, he go places, do his thing, do music or whatever. He fuck with a lot of people. You know, he got a lot of drive, you know what I'm saying, on his own. And of course, you gotta respect Polo, Nisha and the Shay for sure. Nisha and the Shay, you feel me?
Yeah.
My dog Floss, they doing their thing.
The whole city, really,
the whole
man.
City, man. Everybody's showing out. They doing what they supposed to do. As long as we stay together, in a sense, you know what I'm saying. Everybody ain't necessarily gotta be at the same spot at the same time, shaking hands with the same people. But as long as we show each other love, you know what I'm saying. Whether it's on social media, whether it's on, and when you see each other every couple months at a show, you know what I'm saying.
Right? Yeah.
You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Do your thing. Feel me? It is what it is. So we all moving for real.
Hell yeah. So what you really think? Because right now, I feel like Ypsi is really on the rise. So what you really think inspired this, you know, this new wave of Ypsi artists?
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's the momentum. It's like, you know what I'm saying, when Ayo and Teo started going viral and stuff, that made people, they helped open doors for they show the younger people for sure that they could really do something like it's like that. Social media it's a must, cause it's like you gotta be able to work it. You feel me?
Right.
So that right there, and plus Flaw having the plugs, you know what I'm saying, Polo popping, Nisha popping, so it just gives everybody the encouragement, the inspiration, the motivation, whatever it takes for you to be determined, is giving it to them. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Giving everybody that, and plus they can come here and make music. You know what I'm saying? We got the reasonable rates. You can rock with me or my bro Tom. You know what I'm saying? We get it in every day in here, 24/7 pretty much. You feel me? We don't stop. You wanna make music? We wanna make music. That's it. You feel me?